Yeah, yeah. This one called Time. Mm.
Are we good? Are we on? Can you hear me? Well, then I got one thing to say real quick. Okay, I kick up, lip kick, shit, keep it moving. Hip hop, you can't stop this time of movement. I must always tell her, so let me get right into it. About this time, I almost died over some coochie. Say what? Brown skin, it was cute. And she threw a party at her crib, told me come through, but damn it, I knew better. Granted, I'm too clever, but I'm from Philly. I'm ready to rumble like whoever. I'm on the way. Something kept telling me, boy, you fool. I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it, y'all. Sheesh. If you don't know what that's from, y'all, then you need to go ahead and learn. If you saw what the title of this video is, then I'm even more disappointed that you don't know where that's from. For those of y'all who know, comment that video down in the section. Other than that, welcome to the channel. Anybody who's new, anybody who's returning, anybody who is just dropping by, because we have the GOAT on the channel today. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're not gonna spend too much time on the intro. We're gonna get straight into the content. But before we do so, keep in mind this is a review. I have heard this before, but I am in love with Coach Contra, and they invoke conversation. They speak on a higher level and a higher purpose. And if you're into the whole idea of the whole idea of just conversing about beautiful music, then I'm glad that you're here, because that's exactly what we're about to do. This is a 4 minute 50 video, 4 50-minute video. We're just gonna see how long it takes to get through this. We're gonna talk about what needs to be talked about. We ain't gonna break down the bars. A lot of the stuff they say is kind of understandable, but if I feel like it was some crazy shit to be talked about, then goddamn, let's talk about it. Other than that, close Contra fans, where y'all at? Where y'all at? I'm trying to find the community. Let's get plugged in and talk about the greatness that these four horsemen are bringing to the Knights table. That was a really weird setup I tried to do, but we need to give them a word. We need to give them something, y'all. They're not getting enough goddamn recognition. They're not being talked about in conversations. I just seen the and I know they don't care about none of that shit, which is beautiful. But I just seen the new double XL list drop, and ain't say shit about them, and that's just, it just goes to show, man. It goes to show a lot of things. Not so much that I think hip hop is dead and people don't appreciate lyricism, because I know I'm here and I watch reactions of other channels, and I know that we people who enjoy lyrics. We're here still, but just the main wave radio streams, they don't play certain types of music for certain reasons. And we could talk for hours on those reasons. But I just wish that these men were getting all of the recognition they deserve. And I guess the way to start doing that is to start with yourself, right? One person at a time. So anybody who's here, drop like, share any other specific Coast Contra videos you want me to react to. I honestly have seen them all, but they're all great, and I'll talk about any of them. Today we're just gonna do the enemy, and yeah, let's do that, y'all. What you got, Coast? Also, it's not a competition, but comment who your favorite is. They all have different and bring different arts and styles to the table. Eric Jamal, I feel like, is the one that people go to the most, because he's the most animated, loud, projective. He almost gives leader of the group vibes, even though that's not their vibe. Get that understood. Raj, and Taz, I'm gonna fuck their names up, and somebody might correct me. And I honestly hope somebody does, because I do this too often. But the two twins are, they are just some goddamn powerhouses. Sometimes I don't know which one I think is better and not better. This is not a competition. It's all opinion. This channel, look at the title, y'all, Our Black Opinion. And I mean that in a sense of R is all of us. Everybody has their own entitlements to what they think. So everything is going to be subjective, obviously. But better is not the word I meant to say. I don't know which one I like more. I don't know which one of the whole group I like more. But let's just get back on subject. Raz and Taj might have to fix me. Both beautiful. Eric Jamal, most loud. But my favorite is Rio Loves to Go. And that's because he brings the soul to the group, I feel like. He doesn't get bar crazy in a lot of his freestyles, but everything he says is bringing light to something that needs to be spoken on. With that being said, let's just get forward, y'all. Coast Contra, let's get it. Area 51 music.
First things first, check. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Last time we sat at this table, we touched a million.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the views, y'all got me in my feelings.
Yeah.
But now that we back, let me get it.
Okay.
They say he who serves the most receives all.
Yeah.
And he who serves himself reap his reward.
Yeah.
A poor thing when rich man cannot afford
Yeah.
to give back. So I give you Eric Jamal.
And boom, off the top, that was not some crazy intellectually deep shit. That is just standing on character right there, bro. He who serves the most receives all. A poor thing when a rich man cannot afford to give back, so I give you Eric Jamal. That is just beautiful. A poor thing when a rich man cannot afford to give back. First off, that's just wordplay, rich and poor, obviously. But when somebody who's rich and a millionaire, billionaire, even if you have hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you've been in a place where you didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, then you should know deep down that you don't need those hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe you want it to obtain the lifestyle that you're trying to live. Maybe you feel like you deserved it. All this and that, all of that is extra now. You know that you can survive without it. So if you have more and you know that there's people who don't have where you're at, then why would you not want to empower them as well? Unless you're just being selfish and greedy. And if that's what it is, then call it what it is, and that's the end of it. But just be real about what you're doing. So he's saying when people are like that, that's a poor thing. So the answer to that solution is giving you Eric Jamal himself. He is saying, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's only going to start with one person, right? So he's going to be the first rich man who can afford to give back.
Thing when rich man cannot afford to give back, so I give you Eric Jamal spitting raw bars with no lying involved. First I hear record, then sending them out.
Bar. I hit it raw bars with no lying involved. Raw lions roar.
Spitting raw bars with no lying involved. First I hear record, then sending them my regard. Heard a couple flows who really want to swim with jaws. 1, 2, 3 plus me, please come forth.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What he just say, y'all? Heard a couple flows who really want to swim with jaws. That's just a play on flows, swimming, jaw, shark. It just sounds beautiful, and it's so straightforward. It's not deep. I didn't need to repeat it, but I felt the need to repeat it because it just sounds hard, y'all.
A couple flows who really want to swim with jaws. 1, 2, 3 plus me, please come
forward.
I like kung fu, study woo, then grab the sword. Took a pencil, learned jiu-jitsu, start kicking boss.
Shout out Wu-Tang, y'all. I'm gonna be really real with y'all. Any Coast Contra fans, I feel like first off, Coast Contra's demographic leans towards older heads or lyrical, miracle, spiritual type of listeners. And that whole group of listeners probably knows a lot more history than I do. I'm trying to get there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young man. I got a lot to learn. I ain't gonna lie about that. Wu-Tang Clan is one of those groups that I need to get into. I have definitely heard some of the songs. I know this is a Wu-Tang beat. And I'm so sorry if I'm not. I said I know it's a Wu-Tang beat. I'm assuming it's a Wu-Tang beat. But I watch hella reactors, and I know that Wu-Tang Clan is one of the groups that they are compared to the most, and I believe it's 4 people as well. And it's just beautiful for them to acknowledge the comments that they get and kind of just stand on it. Cause yeah, people are saying, oh, they're the new Wu-Tang. Some people might try to be like they're biting their style, but imitation is just inspiration. And I'm not saying that they're imitating, but if they were having some type of build-up like them, then who's just to say that they didn't fucking admire them and want to be like them and give impact like they did? He liked Kung Fu, studied Wu, and grabbed a sword. Beautiful, y'all.
It's a metaphor when I say you the sword. Took a pencil, learned jiu-jitsu, start kicking boss. It's a metaphor when I say you ain't metaphor. With one mic, we'll put.
It's a metaphor when I say you ain't metaphor. If that ain't one of the, it's crazy. We've heard so much music in our lives, right? Think of all the music you've heard and think of how the narrative is, oh, people are all saying the same stuff. Have you ever heard anybody say something like that? It's a metaphor when I say you ain't metaphor. That is so simple, but damn, nigga, that shit hard.
Start kicking boss. It's a metaphor when I say you ain't metaphor. With one mic, we'll perform on one accord.
Right.
Keep circles small, y'all solving a jigsaw. About arm's length, cut jokers off, I been saw. From his handshake, can tell man's fake, he been fraud.
Yeah.
This God body, not my body, no bodyguard. Once I
This God body, not my body, no bodyguards. That is beautiful. This is God's body. He is a very religious person, if you don't know Mr. Eric. This is God's body, not my body. So he's saying my body belongs to God. And because of that, I don't need no bodyguards. God got me. I'm good.
He been fraud. This God body, not my body,
no bodyguards.
Once upon a time, I live with gorillas at. You talk smack, he leave, he bringing that silverback. Unfortunately, they do this.
Silverback gorillas, fire. Once upon a time, I lived with gorillas at.
You talk smack, he leave, he bringing that silverback. Unfortunately, they do this shit tit for tat.
Yeah.
I'm tired telling my people, we more than that.
Eesh. So there you go, Eric Jamal. We did his other freestyle video. Go ahead and tap in there if you haven't yet. But we did the Never freestyle, and I had to point out in there for the people who haven't seen that song. Eric Jamal is one of the fucking. He's not one of the. I mean, out of this group, they're all fire. But in the whole rap community, Eric Jamal is one of them. He is one of them. And Never freestyle was not one of his best showcases of his bars and intellectuality, because he kind of just got into a story about a time he almost died over some coochie. And if you didn't know what that video was in the beginning, then I guess I kind of just told him myself. But if you were here this long listening still, then I guess you deserve to know, huh? Eric Jamal, he kind of took a backseat on that video, as he said somewhere. He took a backseat and he let his other brothers go crazy. But this time he came with the motherfucking bars and knowledge too. He comes with bars, but like I said, he kind of gives leader of the group vibes. He says shit that just sounds bigger than himself. Everybody else gets busy, but for him to talk spiritually and religiously, it just automatically gives the vibe of a higher being and a higher self. He said, unfortunately, they do this shit tit for tat. I'm trying to tell my people, we people, something like that. We more than that. And that's just some real shit. Like, everybody knows how it goes down in minority communities or broken down communities. It just gets violent and dangerous. And a lot of toxic masculinity leads into trying to be the one who got the last hit or the last say. So a lot of times if some shit went wrong, like life goes, shit goes wrong, and you do something to somebody, they're not gonna just let that shit slide. They're gonna come back and do whatever you did unto them, maybe 10 times fold. And now if somebody did me dirty after I did them dirty, I'll be damned if you do me dirty, I don't do you dirty, so I'm gonna do you dirty back. Sorry if that was crazy for y'all to hear, but that's just how it goes. Like, I'm not gonna be played is the whole mindset. So it just goes tit for tat until somebody's dead, until the next person's dead. It's just a vicious cycle.
Fortunately, they do this shit tit for tat.
Yeah.
I'm tired telling my people, we more than that. Coast.
Me and my dogs watch y'all cry wolf a lot. Snakes slid on the block, rats piggyback off the cops. The sheep going deep sleep when the culture vultures begin to flock.
Trying to think how to even address this. Obviously, we're on the animal schemes. I'm not gonna sit here and break down every animal that he says, y'all. But let's just acknowledge the first ones. Me and my dogs watch y'all cry wolf a lot.
On the block, rats.
Snakes slither on the block. Rats piggyback off the cops. Everything he's saying makes sense in the sense of animals being let's find that word. Animal common phrases, right? I'm rolling with my dogs, so me and my dogs cry wolf a lot. Cry wolf, the boy who cry wolf, obviously is just niggas who are lying all the time.
Once upon a time, I lived with gorillas.
So me and my dogs are watching y'all lie a lot. It's just a lot.
Telling my people,
This is just so much.
Me and my dogs watch y'all cry wolf a lot. Snakes slid on the
block. Rats piggyback. The sheep go to sleep. Sheep are known to just follow the whole terminology on being a sheep in life. He's just aware of all of the double entendres that come with each animal. And then he's saying every animal. When the culture vultures begin to flock.
A lot snakes slid on the block. Rats
Let's get through
piggyback
this,
off
y'all.
the cops. The sheep going deep sleep when the culture vultures begin to flock. Cats act like they got 9 lives until they die.
Right.
Swimming with loan sharks, they flaunt fish scales. When you in a drought, I'm guessing it don't sit well, but cool. I'ma let that elephant.
He's going stupid. Sitting with loan sharks, they flaunt fish scales. Loan sharks are predatory creatures, and loans is a fucking predatory idea, right? Like, hey, if you want to borrow $20, that's fine, but I want you to give me 25 back. And not only give me 25 back, if you don't give me the 25 back on time, I'm going to add on interest. And now you need to give me 27. It's just like, it makes sense. You got an advance, you got money that you didn't have, but it's not truly, it's just predatory. Like, bro, I need $20. Let me get $20 and let me decide. We could go into it. But they loan sharks, they flaunt fish scales. You think about a fish scale, and you think about, I think about that one book, right? What is it? The rainbow fish. Fish scales are fluorescent, so to say. They're beautiful. So you got with the loan shark, you got money that you didn't have, you borrowed it, and now with that money that you didn't have, you're flaunting fish scales, you're flashing flashy shit with money you don't even have. It's ridiculous.
Scales when you in a drought, I'm guessing it don't sit well, but cool. I'ma let that elephant stay in the room.
Right.
Just pay the rent, if not, gotta move.
Right.
We all chicken chasing.
Amen.
Not even vegans can pick a replacement. We'll find a substitute, no form of imitation. They say
That's a bar because vegans, and that's another idea that is being debated around, I know, is vegans, they don't like to eat meat, of course, or anything that is of meat. So there's vegetarian and there's vegan. Vegetarians won't eat meat in general. Vegans won't eat anything that came from meat. So even like eggs or, something that came from that was of animal. And they found a replacement taste. So they won't eat burgers, but they want to make some fake meat that tastes like a burger. And the idea is, why don't you just get a burger if you want a burger? Why did, you try to make it taste like a burger so bad, just eat a burger. But that's not respectful of the idea that we don't like seeing, not we, because I'm not vegan, but I respect veganism. They just don't respect the idea that they don't like cows being slaughtered. And it's just protesting a protest. And it's pretty messy. It's pretty messy. But chicken is one of those items that you just simply cannot replace. There's no form of imitation. The idea of eating imitation chicken, that sounds nasty as hell. Beef is beef, right? I'll eat a fake burger. I'll eat what do they call them? You already know. I'm sure you're saying it in your head right now. But all those forms of imitation for fake beef, I'll try all of them hoes, and I'll probably respect them because it's healthy. But I'm not gonna eat no imitation chicken. I don't even want to know what. I don't even know the science behind it, but I don't even want to know.
Not even vegans can pick a replacement. We'll find a substitute, no form of imitation. They say we addicted, but let my pockets go cold turkey, must be tripping. Bullshit to those saying different. Ain't nothing new, monkey see, monkey do. Want some other creatures to consult, the owls know who. Lucky me, I'm amongst the goats. We even formed a group.
Right.
Coast, you tend to duck, your goosebumps show for proof. I digress, my eye stress, love's looking real bad. My dear, them headlights and you will crash. You seen Bambi, now you want to start a family. Fell in love with a cheetah and his mouth running real fast.
Nothing really to break down here. Let's just point out, this man has fed at least 20, 25 animals. Easy. Maybe 20, 25 sounds like a lot, but it's probably that much.
Often chase thrills, no. And in love with a cheetah and his mouth running real fast. Lying often, chase thrills, no real caution. For the appeal, pop pills, drink through dolphin, crack the seal, blow up slow, and get lost in the ills. All for that electrified feel. But no one can. And
what's beautiful is that he's using these animals in what's a word? A word bank? He just got into eels, dolphins, seal, all aquatic animals in one area of the freestyle. Beautiful.
Escape flow and get lost in the ills.
That's just good writing.
That electrify feel. But no one can escape that taxes and heartbreak. Somebody's gotta bear the decisions we all make. Caught in the crosshairs, fate's got us in a snare, going apeshit and confusion. The brewing of the human evolution.
Yeesh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So he just kept it he kept the animal scheme going. But that's crazy, y'all. All he did was talk about animals in this verse, you could say, right? But no, he said so much deep shit about the state of the world, the way shit goes, how shit breaks down, and the ridiculous and irony of shit. And then he ended it all with the brewing of the human evolution. The final animal that because we are animals, goddamn. The final animal that he wanted to name in his verse of all animals is humans, which we are the dominant animal in the world, right? Humans obviously run the world. Just beautiful, beautiful. Snaps to that, snaps to that. And we got the GOAT up next, Mr. Rio Los. See. That's just, I just be walking around in my life just saying that shit randomly, y'all. See. If you don't know, that's just ad lib.
Who wanted with the golden child? I've been shining before I was found, illuminating those around, the conductor of the ghetto opera.
Whew, and that right there, folks, is already why he's my favorite. Those 4 lines. First off, he came in talking about the golden child, El Niño de Oro, the golden child. He calls himself in that almost every, in almost all of his performances, because, you know, he's standing on his identity. But I love that he switches it from English to Spanish, just so you know in each language how to identify him. But the conductor of the ghetto opera, that is just beautiful. Go back to how I said things that you've never heard before. I haven't heard that, and maybe maybe old rappers are saying those type of things, but I've never heard somebody say they're the conductor of the ghetto opera. That just makes it sound eclectic. Normally when you hear ghetto, because of the way that the world has ran, you think bad and ratchet and shit. But a ghetto opera, that just sounds beautiful. And he's the conductor of it. He's the one who's putting it all together and kind of portraying it out. He's the bridge. He's the voice that is translating from that to this. Beautiful.
Who wanted with the golden child? I've been shining before I was found, illuminating those around, the conductor of the ghetto opera.
And he said illuminating those around, and then he said the conductor.
I've been shining before I was found, illuminating those around, the conductor of the ghetto opera. Pa la gente que no tiene nada y no pierde ni la esperanza. Que pasa.
I don't speak too much Spanish. I just know whatever he's saying is beautiful. I can't understand every word. I know word here, word there. I am of a Spanish upbringing. I myself am not specifically backgrounded in Latinx, but I do have Colombian roots, y'all. And that's exactly where this man is from, actually. Let's talk about that real quick. Mr. Rio Los from Buenaventura, Colombia. And I have been there. Beautiful city. That's actually where my papa grew up. My papi, as we like to call him. And he was born in Cali, Colombia, which I have been to as well. But it's beautiful. Third world countries are beautiful, y'all. There's a different type of love out there. And for someone to come from there and be able to speak to the Americans in a way that they can understand, it truly does make him the bridge, right, between worlds. Because he invokes something within me that makes me want to go back and find my roots. And anybody who, not my roots, but learn about my roots or the upbringing. I want to go back to Colombia. I want to go to third world countries and just see life at a different level. Most Americans don't do that. And if you're not in America, bro, understand, like, a lot of people don't live or leave where they live. And they don't know that they're boxed in. They just don't have the mindset and idea that the world is bigger, and they kind of just think about the area that they're in, the little box that they live in, and they don't let shit else outside that box affect them. And it's good and bad. It's good and bad, you know what I'm saying? It's good and bad. Red pill, blue pill type shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Go check out that last reaction of the Harry Mack. It's just, how do you want to live your life?
Quiero apple pa la gente que no tiene nada y no pierde ni la esperanza. Que pase lo que pase porque aquí así es la vida. From New York to Buenaventura, a mí me tienen en la mira.
From New York to Buenaventura. That's coast to coast, literally.
Basements to skyscrapers, I'm building bridges for my niggas con la gente del otro lado. Soy orgulloso de ser hispano, this the future of the culture. I push the convo forward, equality, my quality. Feeling like Talib Kweli, cause they'll profile me as a black star and most deaf.
Beautiful. Talib Kweli, that is Black Star. I mean, or most deaf. Let me not speak on knowledge I don't know, but I know he's just speaking on blackness and beautifulness, and a lot of times in that realm, you get labeled as something, and labels are good to an extent. Labels are good for you to understand what something is, but nothing is one thing, right? Don't ever label somebody. You can tell them, not tell them, you can't tell nobody nothing about what they is, but you can put a label on a moment, but not on a person, because everybody's changing every day. Every day.
Feeling like Talib Kweli, cause they'll profile me as a black star and most deaf. For respiration, we was dodging cop cars. Yo, young outlaws, know that this world is ours. Tuve que estudiar hip hop y lo escuché from Nas. Don's recognized, Don smoking purple.
Nas is somebody I gotta get into, y'all. Comment songs that we should listen to by Nas. I hear him in too many conversations to not be able to reference songs, lyrics of Nas. Comment that down below. Anybody who's still here, comment down below. I just need to know that West Coast Contra fans are in the building, y'all.
Tuve que estudiar hip hop y lo escuché from Nas. Don's recognized, Don smoking purple picked off from heaven's grapevines, huh?
Smoking color purple picked off heaven's grapevines. I have not heard that. I've heard too many color purple bars calling it weed. But from heaven's grapevines, you really just made this sound like the best weed ever, dog. Can I take a hit? See.
Who's the big shit? Grand Pooh with slick Rick ruler, 12-inch, 1 foot from the feet, stepping to you. Some all black forces, Jedi cat, moving as a mastermind, sending brain waves to your medulla, nigga.
What? That's stupid rap. I can't even break down what he just said. But you heard him. He's going stupid. Slick Rick ruler, 12-inch. He said, who's the big shit? And started naming some OG ass rappers. But what he said next?
12-inch, 1 foot from the feet.
1 foot from the feet, stepping to you. All black forces. That's scary as hell.
Jedi cat, moving as a mastermind.
Jedi,
sending brainwaves to your medulla, nigga.
Sending brainwaves to your mastermind. That's literally what a Jedi does. You know, they're thinking and moving shit. They doing shit to your medulla, nigga.
We Mount Rushmore, who stone-faced jewelers trust.
Mount Rushmore, that's a bar. 4 of them, put them up on Mount Rushmore, y'all.
Sending brainwaves to your medulla, nigga. We Mount Rushmore, who stone-faced jewelers trust more. Same stone-face could stare down Medusa once more. Prayed up, I'm blessed enough.
Stone-face could stare down Medusa.
Jewelers trust more. Same stone-face could stare down Medusa once more. Prayed up, I'm blessed enough. So what is luck for? I wake up the day.
Amen. Amen. That's another controversial thing in life. Luck. A lot of people say the harder I work, the luckier I get. And that's truly what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You create your own energy. Put that good out and get good back. Put that nothing out and get nothing back. That's just the fact of life, right? So he's saying, what do I need luck for? I'm blessed. And he's blessed because he puts the work in.
My life sucks. Stare down Medusa once more. Prayed up, I'm blessed enough. So what is luck for? I wake up the day my life sucked. I bust a nut for. It's us for moving your top 5, moving at Mach 5 speed. Moving the niggas laughing, mocking them seas. The mark of the seas, the coast guards could walk overseas. Your barking is cheap, and none of your dogs is costly to breed. I keep.
He's going stupid, y'all. He said your barking is cheap, and none of your dogs is costly to breed. Let's point out real quick. The whole idea of breeding dogs is insane, right? Like, that's literally genetic mutation. Need I say more on that subject? Like, I get we want what we want, but damn, what do the dogs say when they look at a picture of wolves? We used to be kings. And damn, we don't can turn these dogs into pets.
Keep it G with y'all. We ain't impressed.
And don't get me wrong.
Even trying to compete with y'all. Just us.
I love dogs. I want a dog. Honestly, I want a pet. But just acknowledge, right? Just acknowledge at least. We really manipulated the fuck out of their existence. Every animal. Every animal. I was about to sit here and name them. And I'm going to name 3 that we have severely just manipulated. Horse. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Spirited, the animation. Dogs, like we just said. And I'm trying to think of the best one to point out. Fish. I'm not even gonna go into fish. It's crazy how we did them, how we do them.
And none of your dogs is costly to breed.
Go watch Seaspiracy on Netflix if you don't know.
I keep it G with y'all. We ain't impressed, ain't even trying to compete with y'all. Just us four in a Mexican standoff for a Visa card. Me and my niggas is
Yo, he's going stupid. It's just me and my niggas in a Mexican standoff. That's where you're all just standing there and you're waiting to see who's gonna shoot first. And then once somebody shoots, it's all gonna go stupid. And that's just a beautiful way for him to be in a group, right? He's in a group of 4 people, and you would think that it gets competitive and it's all about competition. And I mean, he's kind of pointing out that it is kind of competition, but we all know that they love each other, and that's friendly competition. We're hyping each other up. But for him not to see the rest of the rap industry and just see his 4 people who are 3 other top MCs, that just means he's competing at a level that's different than us, y'all.
Line crazy, kind been tweaking hard. I swear his voices standoff for a Visa card.
And a Mexican standoff for a Visa card. We get that. And my niggas is borderline. He just is expanding on an already beautiful setup.
We ain't impressed, ain't even trying to compete with y'all. Just us four in a Mexican standoff for a Visa card. Me and my niggas is borderline crazy. Kind been tweaking hard. I swear his voices in my head, and one of them trying to speak to y'all. Ain't even mad at all. My nigga just slightly annoyed.
Right?
I'm hungry, hangry. Stomach pains is killing my joy. So I'm killing these rappers. Relief, I feel it's filling my void. Plus niggas need ghostwriters. At least you get your spirit employed.
Bar.
Cause Razzie been his best self. He try to speak his message to y'all. Yeah. But then nigga way too humble. I kidnap my.
Do y'all see what he's doing right now? He said there's voices in my head, and lately they've been trying to speak to y'all. And now he is enveloping the voices that are in his head. And he's just talking about how the voices in his head sound crazy. I'm hungry, hangry, stomach pains is killing my void because I'm killing these rappers. Like, this is giving, what's the movie, Split? He's talking about himself in third person.
Cause Razzie been his best self. He tried to speak his message.
Try to speak his message to y'all. That's just a beautiful point of view. To say that you're speaking from an inside voice and then speak from that inside voice and use that voice to say that the original person that I am was trying to tell you something, but you weren't listening. So now I have to come out. You know, it's like a form of standing on top of what you said. Like, even the voices in my head are trying to, my alternate personalities are sticking up for what I have to say.
Y'all, but then nigga way too humble. I kidnap my left me in charge.
He said himself, Razzie, is way too humble. So I had to kidnap him and put me in charge, and I'm prideful. This is like just standing on your different emotions.
He been his best self. He try to speak his message to y'all, but then nigga way too humble. I kidnap my left me in charge. I'm prideful. My bones is fossils. I'm better than y'all. My nuts is dragging. It's like they stuffed with medicine balls. This nigga swear I'm crazy.
And it's crazy because like he's talking, I'm prideful, and he's talking shit. And some could say like, oh, that's not cool, that's not strong. But the whole art of talking your own shit and hyping yourself up is something that is to be done. But obviously there's a balance. And this just goes to show of how well he's collected, because he said this is just one of his inside voices. So he doesn't speak loudly about this side of him, but he's acknowledging that it's there and that it's ready to talk his shit.
Crazy, I try. I'm better than y'all. My nuts is dragging. It's like they stuffed with medicine balls. This nigga swear I'm crazy. I try to tell him I'm speaking the truth, but he keep locking me out. Knock, knock. Opportunity who? Opportunity of a lifetime, and the right time is right now. Move. That's what happened. Too damn modest. Raz the best, and I'm proof. It's Coast Contra, nigga.
Sheesh. Coast Contra, nigga. It's Coast Contra, nigga. Boom, boom, boom. So this is gonna be about a 40-minute video. Anybody who stayed, I love you for being here. Shout out to my Coast Contra fans. Let me know again after that performance, who do you think did the best in this video? Obviously, I think I don't know if it's obvious, but I think Rio Los did the best. Eric Jamal got his shit off. Beautiful intro. Animal Scheme by Mr. Taj Austin was beautiful. Razzie Cass definitely finished it off strong. But I love me some content and some soul, right? So Rio Los, you took that one for me. Anybody who has stayed to the end of this video, thank you for being here. Make sure you drop a like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Put down any other Contra videos that you want me to listen to. If you want to talk about them, then say that, because I mean, I'm gonna keep making the content how I want to, so we don't turn this 5-minute song into like 40 minutes. And if you like that idea and you want to see some more of that, tell me what else you want to talk about. We got time, y'all. We ain't got nothing but time. And because of that, yeah, there it is. Take some time today, maybe right now after this video, take 15 seconds. Text somebody, call somebody real quick, and just let them know you love them, right? Just share that love. Just spread it on there like some jelly. Y'all have a great day. Peace out.